What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Sons of the Forest stream here on Base Legend. Just getting everything finalized. If you guys wouldn't mind waiting just a second here. All right. There we go. Got everything ready to go. Let's dive into the game here. Make sure your volume's not too loud. That should do. All right. So when we were last playing yesterday, working on just a basic main structure here for our base, and that's what we've done here is just the first floor. Second floor has been started, but we haven't put many walls in the second floor here, so that's what we're working on right now. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and start the process of getting the console commands turned on. See if that actually triggered it. Yeah, sometimes when you first do the cheat stick console command, it opens your inventory, but it doesn't actually trigger the menu, and then you got to do it again. All right, add all items, just to get everything that we were missing. And then what else do we need? We need instant book build on, and we also want log hack. All right, so log hack, the name implies that it's just for logs, but realistically, get off my porch. I don't want you on my porch. Realistically, it's any object. Like, I could be picking up and holding a rock, and that would be sufficient enough to place as many rocks as possible. And so what we're going to do is kind of just finish building this base as quick as possible. Good morning. Kelvin rocking those pink pajamas like a boss. So I do want to get, I want to figure out a good way to get one more level on this. Let's think here. Let Kelvin keep filling up that thing. I feel like if I do this, I'm going to actually have to like take a good amount of this down to do it. Yeah, I am. Not to worry. Except for the fact that I totally just wasted that. So it's looking like the log hack. Did I not do it right? Yeah, I didn't do it right. Log hack on. There we go. Now it's done right. Okay, so with the log hack, Virginia, you are in the way. I want to get another level here. So we'll go ahead and lay this one right here. And then this will be the staircase up. This kind of just seems like the most, or the least invasive place to do a staircase. Maybe? May or may not be right about that. You know what? I think we're just going to do another little rope path to get up there. And make this more ropes than stairs, because this is just going to be one of several buildings that we're going to be doing. And so with this first one, might as well make it more practical than aesthetically pleasing. All right, so now we're up here. And that'll be our third floor. See if I can just throw this log up here. Yeah, that'll save us some time. That didn't work. Come on. There we go. I was kind of expecting it to like fall down the other side there. All right, nobody wants you. We don't need you. So actually, you know what I do want to do? I do want to replace that for that. And then we can now lay down more at a time. Keep that one covered up though. Well, I guess we really don't want to, I have to rethink that one a little bit. I kind of don't want to have to worry about these spots over here where the roof is kind of coming in. You'll see in just a second what I plan on doing there. Oh, did that add a little section of the roof instead? That's not what we were trying to do. Get off of that. Also not what we were trying to do. Now I got to figure out where this came from. Right there. Okay. You can go back down there now. So I'm actually surprised at how little the raids have been so far with making this new little base area. Man, doing more of that roofing. We're just making a couple of practical spots here. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. This is going to be more of like a lookout area than really anything else. Like, there's not going to be much room up here. Can't get rid of any others? No? Alright, let's wall this thing. And we kind of want the aesthetic of having an exposed ceiling right there. So you'll see what I'm talking about after I get some lighting done. But as I said, one of several buildings that we plan on building here. It's just so satisfying laying logs in this game. Oh, Virginia's shooting at something. Should probably hop down and go help out. What are you gonna do? Huh? What are you guys gonna do here? His head came off. That was a good shot. Did you get him? Was that all of them? Just two? Whoa, hey buddy. Trying to sneak up on me? That ain't happening. You dead? You dead now. What's going on, Aiden? How you doing? Alright, so I think we got them all. These look damaged. Alright, so just remember, little tip. If something does get damaged, you don't have to actually repair it. Just pick it up off your base and then drop it back in there. Alright, so I think we handled those mutants pretty well. Go ahead and get back up to the 3rd floor. Finish building this out. Probably didn't even need that log up there. I'm actually curious about something. Can I get on that rope from here? I can. That's tempting. Okay, I know what I want to do here then. We're gonna extend this out a little bit. Not exactly the best thing in the world to do, but it'll work, right? All right, now this we actually want to lay this way, so now we can access this rope pretty easily. And now we don't need this. Get rid of that piece too. All right, so now we got this nice little balcony here too. That's a nice little aesthetic look. Wall in this area. Have these two shafts be a little bit different. So now I want to play with this a little bit. Do I need to keep the other shaft? Because I can go all the way up. See, this is what I was thinking, is that I wouldn't be able to get off of it in the middle. Yeah, so you still need the other one. Okay. Well, we did it right then. Put away our shotgun for now. Don't need that optimistic paranoia of a raid, right? All right. No, oh, nope. Not what we wanted to do. Come on. Get off of that. That was stupid. So I think I'm going to work on the base for a little bit, and then why is there a rabbit just hanging out here? Like, I mean, I'll eat it, but that's kind of weird. So I think I'm going to hang out on the base for a little bit, and then I am probably going to venture on a bit further and do a cave or something like that. What's going on, Cavazur? Hope I said that right. Oh, no, come on, throw. There we go. Just try to take these two pieces off real quick. There we go. All right, come on. Last time. Let's do this right. There we go. All right, now we go over to this side, and we'll do it over here to make it even easier. Nice. What's going on, Lumi? Good to see you again. Can I get rid of... Yeah, I can get rid of that one. So there you go. Nice little 2-shaft area. And actually, we should be able to add a little bit of flooring here, right? No? You're not going to let me add anything there? That's not fair. All right, whatever. We don't need it. So I wanted to do this where it's a climbing area because I don't think Virginia or Calvin can climb. And so I appreciate that, Lumi. As I said, it's good to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, more of those dudes swinging by here. Might have to go handle them. All right, so this second floor is looking pretty good. Let's go wall, or this is the third floor, isn't it? Let's go wall in the second floor here. Second floor is going to be even easier to wall in. It's kind of just one big square. Then afterwards, we get to a roof and wire this place. That's always fun when you start putting the lighting into one of your bases and you can kind of see how it looks in just proper lighting. Or like during one of the rainstorms, like actually use your base for its intended purpose for shelter. Should do another one of those videos where each one of our subscribers is a log and a base design that we got to do. We did it a while ago when we only had like 100 some odd subscribers. Made it a lot. It was fun. I mean, it was challenging, that's for sure. Oh, can't get rid of that one. What if I put a corner one? Can I get rid of it now? Nah. Nope, nothing there. Get rid of that corner, though. All right, got to keep that one in the middle. You know what? I would much rather have it in the middle than have two. So if I get rid of the middle one, can I get rid of this? Yeah, let's keep it like that. That way we get some nice symmetry. And then there's our third floor and roof access. So that's nice. Okay, so do we want to just cap this or do we want to... Yeah, I was going to keep them kind of exposed, but I'd kind of rather would just do this. Keep it all looking kind of clean. Yeah, this will look good. This will look good, especially when we start putting the lighting in here. Yeah, I'll, give me just 1 second, and I'll go ahead and show off what it looks like from the outside. It does not look like much just yet. Like it's still just one building, and I haven't even put any windows on that second or third floor yet. Thank you, I appreciate that. We're doing what we can. Still has a lot of work to do. Still, I was talking to my wife about this. There's so many base building games where everything is just so blocky. Because I get that that's like a limitation of the game and things like that. But it's one of those things where, I don't know, you would expect it to be getting a little bit better over time, you know? And stay away. Did that actually attract more of them to start coming this... What? I mean, if you're going to run by me, at least, like, take a swipe at me. I just killed your friend. Again, I feel like I'm the bad guy with some of these enemies in this game. There we go. Just put her out of her misery over there. All right. Let's go roof this thing, I guess. A 3x1. That's not bad at all. I mean, the bases in this game, it's about practicality, you know? Like, do you need to have the most, like, overtly over-the-top base? No, you absolutely don't. It's kind of whatever you are comfortable doing is what you need to have. With this, though, we've built some crazy ones in this game, and it's definitely something that I don't know. I still want to do the biggest. There's some aspirations to make the tallest tower in this game. I don't know why we like making really tall towers in base building games. Jay, the other streamer on this channel, he did the biggest tower possible in Pow World not too long ago, and so that's where a lot of it comes from. Just wanting to make sure that we just test the limits of that stuff. This, I don't even know what the height cap is or how tall you can go. I mean, obviously there's taller stuff than where I'm at right now, but it does. Gathering wood sucks. I was hesitant about using the console commands when I first decided that I was going to do this. As you see, I am no longer hesitant about console commands right now because it was taking forever just doing traditional gathering. Meanwhile, I just kind of wanted to build some. Appreciate that. Thank you, Nightlight. Nightlight the dragon. Dig that handle. That makes me happy. Let's see here. So we should be. That's pretty much it, right? I just got to kind of do these like little side runoffs. Yeah. Okay. I don't have a log up here, do I? There we go. Kind of wall these off so it's a little bit more enclosed. There we go. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, it got dark really fast. Should probably add some lighting into this base sooner rather than later, huh? I think that might be my task for as soon as I wake up. Let's sleep through the night. Yeah, they're letting us sleep through the night. That's cool. Exactly. Like, you kind of roll around with your workbench on you. I thought that was a really cool touch when I first saw it in Sons of the Forest, and then also the original game, The Forest, where you have just the build mat and all that. Hey, 258, thank you for the subscribe. Appreciate that. And so I always thought it was kind of a really unique way to set up that approach, you know, like, I don't know. Typically, where you have to find or build workbenches in survival games, it's pain. It's definitely obnoxious. Whereas there's only like a couple of workbenches that you need to deal with here. All right, let's see here. Let's go ahead and pop one of these MREs. Then yeah, we don't really have any water or anything right now, so we'll just keep eating energy drinks. Eating energy drinks. Wow. Drinking energy drinks. That's what we meant to say there. Build Kelvin his own room. I wish I could assign things like for Kelvin and Virginia. This is Kelvin and Virginia's room. Is all the way down here. Is this first floor. This is kind of their area. I'm also going to have like probably a lot of just staging, like supplies and stuff down here too. But there will be 2 beds and a bunch of couches down here for them to lounge. And then my space, the space for me is going to be up top here. And I separated it with ropes as opposed to stairs, so that way they can't come up here. And I can kind of have this all to myself without worrying about it. And I have these nice balconies and all that. So this is going to be my room, and then down below is going to be for them. Awesome. Well, I hope you catch some good ones in Minecraft there. You know, that's a game that I've actually only put in like maybe 10 hours total. Like, with as much as I enjoy building in games, you would think that like Minecraft is exactly what I should be playing or want to be playing. And I mean, it is. It's a fun game, don't get me wrong. But it's just, I don't know. It's a great game, but I've always just felt just a little tiny disconnect from it. I love watching content for Minecraft. It is a blast to watch Minecraft content. Just trying to see if there's anything else I need to fill in, but it looks like I'm good. Let's put in some power. This roof is good for that, right? Yep. Let's see here. Get some solar panels. So if we do this right, we should only need a handful of these panels. Nice. Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. All right, let's just get 4 of these in right now. And then switch over to wiring. So you know what, let's be smart about this. Let's put wire on the hotbar, spot 6. That way we can do this better. All right. So if you wire everything in series, you only need to run kind of one wire down into your actual base. And we're not even going to run it down. We're going to run it up. We're going to run it to this one right here. Okay. All right, so this. So that would make it this next one over here. All right, so you see the wire that came through there? That's all we need to look for. And then we're just going to wire up the rest of our house, base, whatever we want to call it. So if you have enough wire, I mean, just do it everywhere, you know? But if you don't have enough wire, just do it in the strategic locations where you need lighting. Because we're using console commands, I do intend on kind of just putting a bulb in most locations. All right, next up. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do a vertical here. What's going on, Roadsters? This is Sons of the Forest. Wait, sorry, misread what that said. Oh, sorry, long day. It's been a very, very long day. All right, did that connect? I think that connected. We'll see in just a couple seconds. Well, at least give it a shot. Ye old college try, right? Wow, Virginia ate that rabbit meat that she left on the floor there. It's pretty epic. Hey, 260. Thank you guys very much for the subscribes. Really appreciate that. I swear I added the live count so I could be notified when people subscribe because I just wasn't able to see it somehow. But so thank you guys very much. Appreciate that. All right, let's go ahead and finish this wiring up. This shouldn't take much longer. All right, and I typically, what I like to do for the second levels here is run the power down using the staircase. So that way there's always going to be like a support beam in the staircase. And so if you do it right, did I ever put one here? No? There it goes. All right, so if you do it right, you run the wire there, and then here, and it'll connect. I would be down to do some co-op one of these days. I need to, probably not today because I'm just not set up for it. But feel free, add me on Steam. Like, it's the same on Steam as it is on this channel. So the Steam is just Base Legend. And I invite kind of anybody to add me so that way, if you want to co-op a survival game, as long as you're cool with me streaming it and listening to me blabber on and on and on while we play, then yeah, totally. I have no objection to that. We played a lot of the Steam games in the, or the demos rather, in the Next Fest on Steam. There were a lot of fun ones, but we did some co-op for like Duckside and, I'm forgetting like all the games now. Duckside, Project Castaway, a loft, and then there was another one too that was really cool that we both really enjoyed. Aska, the Viking survival game. That was really, really cool. All right, good stuff, man. Yeah, definitely go ahead and add me. I have no objections to that whatsoever. All right, so we're all wired up. So the downside here is, even though I'm using console commands now, I unfortunately, yeah, no worries, Lemmy, and definitely if you forget what it is, just let me know. Again, it's just the same as this channel. So even though I'm using console commands, as you can see, it's I only have 2 of the notes, and so I need to actually go on a little bit of a hunt to find some more notes. I'm actually surprised we haven't been rated too. It's fun, man. It took me a long time to actually like get into streaming, but now that I've been doing it on a regular basis, it is something that I am definitely going to be doing for a long time. Okay, let's go ahead and get some light bulbs. All right, moment of truth. If we wired it all correctly, that'll work. So we got it perfectly. All right, we're just going to add... Oh, I did not mean to do that. That's awkward. Where'd I steal that from? Whatever. You should. You should. I mean, I definitely encourage literally anybody who wants to. Just give it a shot. It's, you'd be surprised how easy and quick it can be to get into. Like, there's not that much of a learning curve. You can just watch YouTube videos to learn how to set up OBS and like some other programs and things like that. But it's very, very accessible to do. I like my full-time job. I'm a video producer. Like I make video content, and like we have a monetized YouTube channel and stuff like that. And so like this is my full-time gig. This is honestly the second channel that we've created, so that way we could kind of just make the most of the gaming content that we do. But yeah, I do have another channel, and this is kind of what I do full time. I tell people all the time, like, just get on YouTube as soon as possible, start making content. Like I'm in my early 30s, and we just became monetized last year on my other channel, and so that took a lot of like effort, but it is worth it, and it's not as difficult as a lot of people may think it is. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, the other content's a lot more straightforward, boring content and stuff like that. We do financial news and all that. But we'll see. Hopefully one of these days the gaming content will outshine the boring news content that I do. I shouldn't call it boring. I like it at least, right? Your screen's black? You can't see me? Oh, hang on. Let me look into that. Hang on. Oh, never mind. It was on you. Making me all worried, having to open up YouTube or something here. Sorry, I got distracted. There's a YouTuber that I follow called the Outer Middle Show. Great creator, does a lot of horror content. I love his streams, and he's been doing this content on Still Wakes the Deep, which I have yet to see. All right, well, let me know if that does run into any issues. But okay, cool. Sounds good. Glad that didn't do anything. All right, so we're pretty much wired up. One thing that I do want to do is make sure that we double check how this looks in the day versus in the night. And so let me do that real quick. What is it? Set time of day? Why is my caps lock on? Jeez. Set time of day. Let's make it 9 p.m. What? 2100 should be 9 p.m., right? Hang on. It's like 12 noon. Was that for me? What kind of games do I like? I am kind of a little bit of everything, if I can be honest with you. Like, I'm not the type of person who's ever cared about, like, I don't know. I play everything. Like, everything from, like, traditional RPGs and stuff like that, all the way down to, sorry, just got a little confused. I thought I had enough power here. Everything from like the old school RPGs. Like, I was playing Darkstone. If any of you guys have ever heard of that, I was playing Darkstone the other day. And then a few other things. Oh, I forgot to put batteries on this. Jesus. Yeah, go ahead. You can ask anything. I don't mind. All right, let's go ahead and get some batteries on this. This will at least get the power turned back on at night. I can't believe I forgot to put those on. Oh, we getting raided at night? That's not good. Get a flashlight out. Not the lighter. Where's my flashlight? Am I single? No, I am happily married, actually. No, I have been married for about a decade now, actually. It's been over a decade? No, it'll be a decade this year. It'll be 10 years this year. Married my high school sweetheart, actually. And so my wife and I, we met when we were teenagers, then kind of reconnected early 20s, and then got married, yeah, about 10 years ago. And so, yeah, it'll be 10 years this year. So, all right, here we go inside. Oh, yeah, no worries. I do not mind the questions. As I said, like, I am an open book. All right, so let's go ahead and close off our flashlight. So we want to see how this looks now that we have the lighting at night. It's midnight, and so this is literally the darkest it's going to get. It's not bad. Just check out this last floor. So I was playing with it earlier before I started streaming. I didn't know this, but did you know that in the settings here, in the graphics, all the way at the bottom, there's all these different styles? And so I turned it on to Blockbuster. But there's some fun settings, like found footage. Makes the game incredibly, like, Blair Witch Project-y. And I love that. Like, it's fantastic. Even's got, like, an accurate clock and stuff. So this is August 15th, 2026. I've never noticed that it's 2026 in this game. So if this happens 2 years in the future from when the game comes out, 2.5 years in the future, there's something there. I'm gonna look into that. I didn't realize that it was 2026 in this game. They don't do stuff like that unintentionally. All right. Anyway, that found footage filter. Let's go back to a different one here. The other one that I thought was really fun is this 70s filter. That was a fun one. Here, let me show you what this one looks like during the day. Set time of day 7 a.m. There we go. This is a fun one. It has like that 70s horror vibe, you know what I mean? Like, it's got like that Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th look to it, like, really cool. They also have the really fun Sin City one in here, where it's literally nothing but red. So it's black and white, except for the reds. And I think that's really cool, too. See if I can find something that's red. There you go. So it's black and white, except for the reds. And so blood and all of that stuff is just really highlighted. It's that Sin City look that you know and love. I'd do a playthrough like this, but I mean, at the same time, it's like, the game's gorgeous as it is. I don't know why I hadn't ever seen those settings before, where you can just kind of tweak it like that. All right, let's just have some to drink here, and then get out of this black and white mode. Go back into Blockbuster. Where was Blockbuster? There it is. What do you need? Kelvin, you okay? You got like a little bloodied up there, bud. Yeah, you should like go chill or something, man. I feel bad for that dude. Like really bad for him. All right, let's just put in some basics into the house and then go exploring a little bit. So first things first, we need a fireplace. That's kind of a given. Gotta do some cooking. Just drop this guy right here. So I do have instant book build on. So that's what is getting all of these things built instantly. If you are using the console commands, I highly recommend you use that one. It's a really handy one. All right, let's make some firewood too. Perfect. Cool. And then with this, you know what? Actually, I think we could add that afterwards. Let's go ahead and add that afterwards. This one we're moving upstairs. So we'll say that this is Kelvin's side. And then we'll still make Virginia. Well, I guess we don't need to make Virginia a bed. She can just come upstairs and sleep in our room. Well, she can't come upstairs. We'll make her a bed anyway. Let's go ahead and just clean some of this out. I'm actually surprised it didn't leave much more of a mess than that. Okay, so it looks like this is kind of clearing out pretty nicely. Or not clearing out, building out pretty nicely. We got the roof, or we got the power on the roof. Go ahead and put our rain catcher right here on the porch. Yeah, get rid of that log too. Cool. It's worth it. It is definitely worth it. Like if you end up getting it on like a summer sale or something like that, or the summer sale if it is on the summer sale, highly, highly worth it. Oh yeah, Green Hell is my jam. That's actually the other game that I regularly stream. Is it's either this or Green Hell is the other one. Actually, sorry, I was very proud of a run that I did the other day in Green Hell, and I mean very, very proud of that run. I got bit by a jaguar in both arms, and I had lacerations in both arms. So I sprinted off into the jungle looking for maggots to kill the infection because they both got infected. Couldn't find anything. And then somebody in chat said, oh, just do the ayahuasca ritual. I was playing in story mode. And so do the ayahuasca ritual and it'll reset your bars. And so then I had to sprint all the way back to where the ayahuasca ritual was taking place. Like, it was ridiculous. It was like 15 minutes of just nonsense, of just nonstop. It's just, I love that game. It is such a beautiful game. Why do you say that? Why do you say lucky? All right, just cutting out some windows here, just so we can kind of see if any more enemies come this way. And cut this one and this one. This is only a 5x5, so it's a little bit smaller than what I would normally do for like a quote-unquote mega base. But the way I see it is this is just the first building that I'm going to be setting up. Forgot that I still had scaffolding out, so we're going to take this off right now. There we go. Drop all that. Is that a skin pouch? I think these turtle shells killed somebody. Because there's legit a skin pouch over here. What just happened? That's awesome. That's how it was when I first found Green Hell. Is I did not last. What are you shooting at, Virginia? You were like way too close to me. What happened? What? I'm so confused about what just happened there. Anyway, long story short, that's kind of how I was when I first started playing Green Hell. I found it on the Switch, and it just, I don't know. It's that game. It instantly hooked me into the base building side of it. It did not hook me into really the storyline until I made the base that I wanted, essentially. And then it was just, okay, now that I have my base, now I'll go ahead and beat the storyline. I forgot what I came over here for. I came over here for a very specific purpose. Oh, yeah, I was going to do... I forgot that I was actually going to do this. Wow, they let you carry 6 of these skin pouches now? Same. That was a big part of it for me, too, is the attention to detail and, like, the level of realism in this game was fantastic. Like, I mean, for those of you who haven't seen it, hang on. Add all items. Let's just get everything back in here real quick. Every single thing that you're looking at in this inventory, and I mean every single thing. Yeah, I bet you didn't even know that the inventory went all the way back here. And then I can go all the way over here, and the inventory keeps going all the way over here too. Every single thing that you're seeing in this inventory has its own individual like animation. And so let me just kind of show you with the food, for instance. Like, here's a can opener. So, wait, why are you not letting me? Oh, won't let me do it because I already have a thing of cat food right here. So let's eat that cat food, and then can opener. Every single thing in this game has its own independent animation that shows all of it. Like, there's just everything here, and then you can eat the cat food. Same thing with the fish. Like, if I go to eat a fish, bite the head off first. Then you flip it over, eat the side. Like, every single thing has an animation. Some of my personal favorite ones, I don't know if I can actually do any of them because they're the crafting animations. But, like, when I want to craft something, like, every single thing has a crafting animation. Did I just get rid of... Oh, that was stupid. Sorry, I put my... I wanted to switch to the katana, but I put the katana on the wrong one. All right, there we go. Switch to the firefighter axe. There we go. Why would you eat cat food? Because it's one of the more readily available. Did not mean to do that. Who repaired that? Who repaired that? Kelvin. Oh, Kelvin, don't do it. Don't do it. Is she going to launch? I get this vibe. Are you eating rotten food, Virginia? I was really hoping for her to launch on that thing. Okay, whatever. All right, better heal myself before I do anything. But yeah, just pop some pills if you're you need some health and all of that. Like, again, it's the attention to detail. That's one of the reasons why I love this game. All right, let's see here. So again, we need to get some notes. That's like a big part of this is I don't have any notes. And I would like some notes. Like the blueprints is what I'm referring to if you don't know what I'm talking about. All right. Actually, you know what? I want my cooking pot. Give me my cooking pot back because we need to fill this with water first. But lucky for us, there's water right here, and there's a lot of fish in this water too. It's one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to be here. Again, we're using console command, so I'm not too worried about getting food. But just if we're doing a base, I'm going to do an aesthetic base that's going to have functional pieces and all that. Get your foot out of the fire, Kelvin. God. All right, so here's a fun one for you. If you toss a raw arm, like a human arm, and chicken noodle ramen noodles, you will make chicken noodle soup. Kelvin, please get out of the fire. Here, why don't you maintain the base? Go maintain the base. Oh yeah. No, I'm planning on building a massive area, kind of like this will eventually get leveled out. Here, hang on. What's it called? Free camera. That's what it's called. Wait, nope, that's not. Hang on, one sec. Free camera on. There it is. There's me. Hey, me. Hey, me. Okay, so let's go up here real fast. So this is the area that I've kind of selected to be my base. We have the river right in front of us, and that's kind of the front. Or excuse me, I don't know. I don't know if I have a front or a back yet. But then I put this hang glider launcher all the way back here. So all of this is going to get walled in eventually. It's going to take a while to do it, but I want to wall it in except for up to these cliff faces. I'm thinking about leaving the cliff faces open and then just kind of having some traps there. Hey, went under the floor there. Hey. Oh, look at us. Oh, this is always fun to do. Sorry, nothing better than breaking a good game, right? Go check under the river we're hanging at. What's going on? I think with the free camera, there's just no clipping on it anyway, so that's all this is it's just the free camera effect. But we can kind of just come and check out some other things. I remember when early access was going on, there were so many fun ways to break the game and get outside of the map. My personal favorite way to break the game was if you got a stick and you put like a fence post down, it would easily break the game. But anyway, so yeah, this is the whole area that I will be building the base in. Is this just massive area? We don't have a cannibal camp for, hang on, where's the closest cannibal camp? Over there is the closest, and you can kind of see how far it is over there. And then the closest like actual thing is down here. There's one of Giannu's bases. And so this is where you get the silencer for the handgun. And so that's this base location. It's on the southern? Yeah, we're on the southern west side of the island. And it's a good base location. It's definitely a fun one. I've enjoyed it for base building and all of that. What's up, Virginia? All right, anyway, back to work. And free camera off. There we go. Ah, skunks. You stay back, you skunk. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Sorry, don't like the skunks that they added into the game. Don't get me wrong, like they're fine. It's not like they're hard enemies or anything like that. But it's just kind of one of those things where it's just like, of all the things you could have added into this, you're gonna go with skunks first. Like you could put coyotes in this or something, like some other kind of predator enemy. But there's moose, deer, raccoons, rabbits. Well, here I'll show you. These are the animals in the game. You got duck, eagle, seagull, rabbit, turtle, raccoon, deer, moose, human. All right, I want to go do something fun. Let's see here. I'm trying to think what other... Where am I near? That's a maintenance bunker, isn't it? I'm going to go to that beacon over there. I actually can't even remember what that is, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go check it out. Just got to switch a few things real fast. Wow. Okay, so I adjusted my field of vision so that way you guys could get more of the game in the stream here. I did not see how bad streaming or swimming looks with that field of vision. All right, so quick little work on this pistol, and then we'll move on. But we're going to just make it into a little bit better of a weapon here. Sounds good, Roaster. Thank you very much for stopping by the stream. Hey, didn't see that we hit 261. Thank you guys very much for that. Appreciate it. But yeah, thank you for stopping by, Roadsters. Definitely appreciate it. Let's put this flashlight on and then put this silencer on. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Always a pleasure having you guys swing by. All right, got a nice pistol here. Cool. I wish that there was like a red dot sight or something. Like, it's just something that needs to be... I feel like it needs to be part of this game. All right, so we got the pistol there. I also wanted to reset this. That's 5. Okay, so this is going to be 6. Do we want the crossbow or the compound bow? Yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll put this on 7, these on 8, these on 9. Okay. That'll do. So, okay, this is just a maintenance bunker. What is this, maintenance bunker B or C? We'll find out soon enough, right? Is this the one that's on the cannibal camp? Yeah, this is the one that's sitting on the cannibal camp. All right, let's have some fun then. Wait, where are all the cannibals? I see like one cannibal. There have to be more than this. Right? Like, there has to be more than this. Stop running. All right, that's it? Seriously? All right, then I think this is maintenance bunker B. What are you going to do? Yeah, Sons of the Force. That's what this is. All right, so if I remember correctly, that's the gore chair. Can you learn the gore chair from just sitting in the gore chair? I feel like you should be able to learn how to build the gore chair from just sitting in it. Sup? What? Did you get the shot off on him, Virginia? I think Virginia got the shot off on that guy. Yeah, good job, girl. Ooh, good hit. So, all right, so they're going to slowly be creeping in. There's not really a point in going into any of the maintenance bunkers because we have all the gear that we need. Is that the cave? That's the cave. I think that cave has one of the blueprints that we want, though. And also there's a blueprint that we want at the top of the mountain, too. So you know what? Let's hang glide and have some fun. Need a cliff to jump off of. Well, hey, I finally see the downside of the blockbuster filter. Let's go ahead and adjust this back to the original setting. There we go. Now I can see the map a little bit better. Okay, let's find a cliff to jump off of. That'll be fun. And then we're going to venture into one of these caves here. So the plane crash, we've already explored. Well, we didn't explore it, but this is where you get, I think, the pilot jacket. So if you haven't had a chance to, definitely one worth checking out. I think the pilot jacket's, yeah, like right here on this. Nope, not on the person. It's around here somewhere. I don't know where. It doesn't matter. Let's just keep moving on. So we're heading to this cave over here. I can jump off this, right? And it's still, it's kind of too slopey still. That'll work. I can jump off that. Can definitely jump off of that one. All right, let's do it. Get our hang glider here. You know what? I added all the... see, I still have to find all the pieces of the artifact. Even if you add all the items, they still don't give you all the artifact pieces. You can, if you do like a creative version of the game, you definitely can do that. Actually, hang on, go back for a second. Is that... This is a cave. Let me check something real quick. Yep, I would like this back. Thank you. So what is happening here? It's a lot of markers, and this downed golf cart makes me think that there's a digging spot here. But typically, those digging spots are markered. Hey, Jay. What's going on? Oh, bye, Lumi. It was a pleasure seeing you here. And goodbye. Oh, you were saying goodbye to Nightlight. Okay, goodbye, Nightlight. It was good seeing you. Definitely stop by another time. All right, let's go ahead and... How far away are we from this other place? Can at least zoom in now, right? Probably shouldn't have landed my my hang glider, right? Whatever, it's called Sons of the Forest. We might as well trek through the forest to where we're going. Makes the most sense. Is this... Oops, I did not mean to do that. I meant to click on my mouse wheel here. Good old sun glare. All right, I want to double check this this cave over here, because I think I've already done this cave, and it's really easy to find out if you've done a cave or not, so we're just going to stop by it. But it's time to start getting some of the blueprints, so that way we can start getting some of the cooler traps laid out. And I know there's at least 2 or 3 of them that I definitely want to get. All the, like, Solophyte ones that require the artifact. Like, we might as well beat this. We'll beat the game and get the artifact kind of thing eventually. Like, I'll probably do a stay on the island ending stream one of these days. And actually, have I ever... Yeah, I don't actually ever think I've put together a video about collecting all the different pieces of the artifact. Might as well knock that out. So yeah, don't know if I've been in this cave or not, but I don't know. Even when you do things like base building in games, it does get a little monotonous. And so that's why I've always appreciated building in Sons of the Forest, because there's so much for you to do. Wow, that was a good shot from the distance there. Well, I appreciate that, Lumi. Thank you very much for saying something like that. That's very kind of you. We try to be as entertaining as possible, but I also don't want to ever be one of those people that, like, is constantly in your face and shouting and stuff. Like, that's just not my personality. I'm so much more just, I'm less, I guess the best way of saying this is, like, I'm an extroverted person, but I think the older I get, the calmer I become, you know? And so that's kind of what we've always been going for here. All right, let's hop on down here. I think this is actually... Okay, so this cave, yeah, we have done this cave. And I'm not going to go back into it. That is the cave where you get the golden armor, which we're currently not wearing because the golden armor kind of sucks. It's unbreakable, but you take actual physical damage every single time you get hit, as opposed to when you have the other types of armor in this. Like the pieced armor that you can kind of craft and put together yourself. Instead of taking damage when you get hit, instead you lose a piece of armor. Sorry, blanked on the word a little bit there. All right, let's jump off of this and get to the next cave here. Just want to go kill some, like, mutants for something. Gotta love hang gliding in this. There's I can't remember what streamer or creator made it, but there's a plugin for this, or not a plugin, a mod for Sons of the Forest, where somebody made this, like, obstacle course kind of thing, and it looks really cool. And so I might download some of the mods in the near future and check it out. It's less damage from just demons. I thought it at least improved your damage resistance across, like, every enemy there. But okay, if it's just demons, that explains why it sucks. But it would be really good in like that last hell cave area. So okay, cool, good information to have. Thank you, Lumi. Appreciate that. Let's see. Is that... I can't remember where this cave is. So let's go ahead and just do a quick dive bomb and get some more altitude real fast. There we go. Try to just come into this cave at the right spot. So judging by how this looks, it does look like the cave is down there. So we shouldn't have to go over this little crest here. So yeah. I should probably have these caves memorized at some point. Like, there's only a handful of caves that you need to go into to get gear. Like the rope gun, the shovel, the rebreather, that type of stuff. But for the most part, a lot of the caves you don't need to go into unless you want to get blueprints. This looks like a blueprint cave. This was also one of the original hang glider locations in the game. And so that is one of the early access hang gliders that you could find. So, alright, we got this spot here. I feel like with all these graves in the ground, I should be able to dig some of these out. But like, so many graves. See if there's anything worthwhile over here. Highly doubt it. You know, that's one thing. I've never actually used the flares in this game too. It's kind of just like, I guess they're valuable if you ever run out of batteries, but you have so many batteries. You get so many batteries in this for your flashlight that I've never really seen a purpose for a flare. Well, I guess, you know, you could probably catch some stuff on fire with a flare now that I think about it. So, all right, let's get our pistol out here. So we got a flashlight. I think I put a flashlight on this. Either way, it doesn't look like it's going to get dark in this cave. So, blueprint. Where's the blueprint? There's the blueprint. All right. Ooh, spear thrower. This is a fun one. So they walk in front. They trigger the tripwire there, and then a set of spears just goes flying out and impales them. Definitely a fun one to have. And again, that's the majority of the caves in this, and I think that's why some people were a little disappointed with how this game came out, like when this game came out. Some of the caves are a little bit small, like they're short, like that's a full cave that you just saw me do there. And so a lot of people, with how in the original game, the forest, everything was so interconnected, yeah, that I could see why a lot of people were a little upset about it. All right, I need like a ledge to jump off of. All of this so far has just been like run down. All right, here we go. Here's some ledges. This might actually work. Nope. I thought that was interesting too, and it's funny that you bring up the cultists, because I was thinking about it the other day. When you go to the yachts, oh, I'm shifting around. Hang on, my green screen effect might die off. There we go. When you go to the yachts where the cultists like arrived on the island, there's one of the yachts where in the back of the island there's a cultist who's been stabbed to death, and it just says like non-believer or like kill the non-believer or something like that. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, why? Like, is it that guy's boat and you just needed like his boat to get to the island? Like, what? The cult is probably the most under-discussed part of Sons of the Forest, and I want more answers about the cult. Because if you remember, there's the other video that you find. Here, I can show it to you. I should have it. Right? Hang on. Wait for it. No, I've only collected the one video so far. But when you first... there's another video that you can collect where they're breaking into the like hell cave where the final artifact is. And so they know where the final artifact is, but like that's really the only purpose of them. And then you see Gianu just slaughtering them, and then they stab themselves. Like they make no sense. There's so much missing about the lore of the cultists. So either there's some things that we haven't found yet in the game, or it's just completely like random stuff. Oh, the tape that I just pulled up there? Hang on. Are you saying the tape of them stabbing themselves? Because the tape I pulled up is them just arriving on the island. That one I know has been in since early access. But the tape of them stabbing themselves, that one, yeah, right. Yeah, you are right about that. That did come in after the full release of the game when it came out of early access. I do want to do a lore video one of these days. So if you guys like lore, definitely subscribe for that. But there is so much cool lore in Sons of the Forest. You know what? Let's do this. This might be a little silly, but I'm going to go to the top of the mountain real quick. There's a cave up on the top of the mountain here. That's kind of a pain to get to. And then also there's this like house. I don't need to go to the house because I have all the outfits from the console commands. But I at least want to go to the cave that's all the way up there. And then we'll come back down on the other side. You know what? That's a fun idea. I'll do the residential bunker. That's a fun one. I don't think I've ever streamed through the residential bunker. Is there a boss at the end of the residential bunker? I don't remember about that. Yeah, I don't know if there's a boss at the end of residential. Oh, starting to rain. That's my thought, is they worship the other race, like the multidimensional race or alien race, whatever we want to call them. That was my kind of initial thought, is that they worship them. But then it still opens the door. If they worship them, how are they getting the information about like where this where to go? Like, so how do they, the cultists, find what Timmy couldn't find? Because like Timmy and Gianu, they could not find where the actual artifact was. It was the cult who came out and found it. And so like I completely agree with what you're saying, but there's so much more to it that I think they're not talking about. Okay, hang on. I just need to make sure that I have the best clothing on. Do I have my winter coat on? I do have the winter coat on. Yeah, I got the winter coat on. Okay. Sorry, might as well switch to the full solo fight set, right? There we go. Oh, I hear a helicopter. Is there seriously a Gianu base up here? I didn't know there was a Gianu base. Is it over here? I'll swing by and check out what's over there. I don't really want to drop all the way down here, though. There it is. Okay, so there is a Gianu base down there. Don't feel like going down all that way, though, especially because we're trying to get to this this spot over here. So when I first played this game in early access, I saw that there was a mountain in the middle of the island, and it was covered in snow. And so I said to myself, I said, that looks like the best place to set up a base, is on top of this mountain. And I was right to an extent, because I was very unbothered by like the cannibals, and like I had a really cool setup, and it took probably about 2 to 3 weeks of in-game time before I started getting raided out here in this like wintry, snowy area. But eventually it does happen, and then you have like hardly any resources, and you're constantly cold and wet. And whereas like other places, like it'll get snowy on pretty much the whole island during winter. But if you don't pay attention to the weather, like you're fine anywhere else. Here you have to pay attention, because the difference between winter, or the snow in the summer, and the snow in the winter is brutal. That's the other thing. Yeah, okay. I was thinking about that the other day. Is there's plenty of instances where people are getting turned to gold, like tons of instances where people are getting turned to gold, but you obviously are unaffected. And so I just personally that's one that I will never understand too. And so yeah, you bring up a very, very good point there. Okay, so here we are in the Wintry Lake area. There's 3 points of interest kind of right in the area. I don't need to go into them, but I figured I'd at least point them out if you have never played Sons of the Forest. So obviously I'm on this frozen lake. You see where I am on the map here. Let's zoom in. And so if you go to this side, which is the west side of the lake, there is this little cabin that's kind of in the middle of nowhere. And inside the cabin is the priest outfit. And also the gore couch. So there's one of your blueprints right there for a couch made out of human flesh and stuff. And then the priest outfit is... Where's the priest outfit? I already have it in my inventory, so it may not spawn. Or they might have moved where it is, too. But this traditionally was where the priest outfit was, if you want to roll around looking like a priest. Oh yeah, totally. That's one of my favorite effects. And here, I'll show people what you're talking about. Set time of day, midnight. Okay, so we're at midnight now. And so, because we're by a frozen lake, they put these like vocal effects on the lake. And so I'm going to shut up for a minute as I walk to the other cave, and you'll hear exactly what Lumi's talking about. Just so creepy. The sound design in this is perfect. Like, whoever the sound designer is, give that person a raise. I was watching another streamer who put a cool like echo effect on their microphone whenever they did the caves in this. Matched it perfectly. Oh, there was a good one. If you heard that little like moan over there. All right. Well, so you get the idea. So the other point of interest, second of 3 points of interest that you want to check out, is over here. There's a cluster of these golf carts. But what's different about these golf carts is they have snowplows attached to the front of them. And so those always make things a little handier and just more fun. But anyway, so those are always good to know about. I'm actually going to hop onto this side of the river before we go down. You know what? Let's do this. Set time of day, 7 a.m. Whew, that was blinding. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's the other part about working in like this wintry area is the sun effect on the snow is very, very blinding. But all right, so here we are inside of this cave. Premium vehicle, very much so. They added those in on the final release of this game, and I'm not entirely sure if there was another reason why they added them in, aside from the fact that it's just so hard to drive snow or a golf cart up here. The pieces in here, this is the wrong cave. The others are resting below. So basically, that note here, I can put that away. That note kind of just says that they're looking for the artifact and they're not finding the artifact in this cave. And so we gotta, there should be a note down here though, right? Another hole. And then, so we gotta find, I think we have 4 pieces of the artifact so far. We got like 3 more left to go. Well, 2 more before we can beat the game. And then 1 more that we get after we choose to stay on the island. Another cave opens up. There it is. I love this one. So this is an actual functional clock in the game. Once you hook it up and get it all set up, it legitimately tells you the time. feel like you should be able to pick up some of the books and magazines in here. I also feel like you used to be able to. Like, I remember in early access, I used to be able to pick up, like, album covers and a few other things, too. And now I only get to pick up, like, one album cover. Alright, well, that's it for this cave. Now we venture to the other side of the island. And we're going to go into some of those caves. Gotta love the blueprint thing. So one complaint that I do have about this game, and I hope that they fix it, is so you see my hands kind of shaking because I'm so cold right now. But as I am running, my hands are about as rigid as they come. Whereas you would think there would be some kind of sway or like weight of that weapon kind of going up and down. But either way, I digress. There should be, if I remember correctly, should be able to just jump off of these cliffs up here. Yup. And this is actually where we want to be anyway. So this is perfect. This is one of the caves. I think this is one of the caves that has another artifact in here. So I don't, this is my personal opinion. I don't think Timmy can actually control his mutation as much as Timmy's rage manifests the mutation. And so, like, if he's angry and he, like, throws a sorry, and he throws a fist, I have this feeling that that's when everything kind of, like, just activates, you know? It's like in a surge of adrenaline or something like that. I don't know. I just have this vibe. He's very much not in control of that mutation. And I also have this vibe. This is just personal opinion, of course. I have this vibe that he's going to be a boss in the third game, because I'm pretty sure there's a third game coming. Like, this was too popular for them to have just a second one. I don't think I've found any, like, definitive, like, oh yeah, they're definitely doing one because of this, like, moments in this game. But I have this feeling, and I don't know. I think I mentioned it last night, that I think that there's going to be a third game called Daughter of the Forest. I won't give any spoilers or anything like that because I kind of made the mistake last night. But I get this vibe that because of some of the secret endings and the events that happen in the secret ending, that there's going to be another child that you have to save or something along those lines. So just my 2 cents. Like, I'm probably totally off about that, like completely off. But that's just kind of this vibe that I've been getting about it. Okay, so down here, you see on my mini-map, there's a flashing, like, bed icon. That is the residential bunker. And then also there's a cave down here. We're going to go hit up both real fast. We're going to start with that cave, though. Let's just go ahead and grab our hang glider and get down there quickly. Watch my temperature quickly raise back up as we leave the frozen wasteland that we were. That would be really cool. Like, add some of those, like, green hell kind of effects that we were talking about, the different status effects where, like, you can't just, like, oh, sorry, I forgot. I can just crash. Doesn't hurt me at all. Just crash and then run and get your hang glider. Yeah, that would be cool if you had to, like, fix lacerations and things like that. They did add one element after this game came out of early access, and I'll show it to you right now because it's super easy to do. But you used to be able to drink water from any source, and there was no negative effect whatsoever. Now that's not the case. You actually will get a little sick. And so they've added some elements of other survival games. Oops. Oh, come on. Really? You're going to scream about that? So they added some elements of survival stuff, an unhealthy amount of pills, an entire bottle of pills, right? Like a ridiculous amount of pills. But here, like, if I just drink this water, I'm going to get sick from it. And so, oh, you guys can't see that. Hang on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Hey, there we go. I'll put this back in a second. But so, yeah, you get this, like, yellow status bar. Oops, did not mean to waste a shot on that pistol. Let's reload real quick. And so I can keep doing this and make myself a little sicker. Like that. And then it prevents your health from maxing out. So either you have to just wait for that to go away, or you take an entire bottle of pills, and then it goes away anyway. But, all right, 2 seconds. Let me go ahead and just fix this camera. Or fix the screen, rather. There we go. All right, so here we are at this cave. Not entirely sure what this cave is. TBH. But we'll figure it out together, won't we? The fact that there wasn't a gate on it makes me think that it's nothing serious down here, and this is just going to be another blueprint. But you know what? Let's just do this quickly. Get our flashlight on our pistol, and we'll go ahead and rock our lighter too. Exactly. Yeah. Like, it's a ridiculous amount that you take. See, I wish that that was something that they offered different options in, is the clothing and like the warm and cold mechanics. That's something that I feel like they could have done a little bit more with. All right, so that just takes us back to the front. This is the way we want to go. Oh, this is the rifle cave? Man, that's a shame that this is the rifle cave. I already got one of those. Actually, I don't think I've ever used the rifle like that. Hang on one sec. Let's get our shotgun out. We might as well do the rifle cave, because if I remember correctly, in addition to this being just the rifle cave, there's also a blueprint or an artifact piece down here too, so we might as well knock this out. But yeah, good old console commands, making sure that we get gear way too early. The armor, I thought this isn't the gold armor cave. We just ran by that not too long ago. This definitely has an artifact spot in it though. That's for sure. I remember this cave now. No, you're close, because the golden armor cave is also sitting on a lake like this one was, and so it probably kind of looks like the front. Babies, where's my katana? Let's take out these babies. See, the katana, it doesn't have much more damage than the other weapons in this, but it has... This has the armor in it? All right, I'm gonna trust you on that one. And we're gonna see, because I'm pretty sure before I started using console commands, I got the armor. And I'm pretty sure that I have not done this cave. Pretty sure. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. We'll find out soon enough. But I ain't gonna deny it. I've been wrong before on this stream. Won't be the first time. Definitely won't be the last time. I better. All right, I trust you. What happens if it's not in here, though? Whoa, where'd you come from, buddy? What's up, friend? There we go. Oh, come on. That should have been enough for you. There we go. That should be it. I hope. See, even you're not that sure about it now. Seeing those enemies in here makes you question it. I see you. Come on over. Probably a bad time to reload. Oh, that was a bad shot. Bad shot. All right, where'd you go? Where'd she go? I'm going to get over to where this bright stuff is. Oh, come on. Come on. What are you going to do? Seriously, what are you going to do? It's been a while since I've done a lot of the, like, side caves. Kill the blue smurf. Hi, Squidward. Yes, there's a lot of caves in this, like some of the optional caves. I forget about completely when I run through this. All right, let's see. So that's where we need to eventually go. Let's check over here first. So if I remember correctly, you can actually head this way instead of... Yeah, this takes you up to this little ledge area. So this is why I think I actually might have been in this cave and I never went forward with it because I didn't have the pickaxe. That's one of the reasons why you can't do it. So this, it is the rifle cave. 100% correct about that. It is definitely the rifle cave. Now we're going to go over this way, though. And I'm going to come back to where that solophyte node is, because there's so much solophyte in this mine, or excuse me, in this this cave, that, you know what, actually, I'm going to go back and do that solophyte node now, because I think that if we keep venturing on, it reaches a point where we can't go back. You know, actually, I wonder if that's the case. I wonder if you're able to use the rope launcher gun to get to some areas that you haven't been to before, or that you get kicked out of. All right, so here's a solophyte node. Let's get our pickaxe. I think I've said this before, but I really wish that they included the climbing axe in Sons of the Forest as opposed to just the pickaxe here. Probably very, very true. Probably very, very true. Oh, duh. Okay, yeah, that's right. It's a completely pointless hole. Completely pointless hole. Don't even need to dig it. Guess that's the result of taking dozens and dozens of pills. All right, little underwater section. Gotta love the underwater sections in Sons of the Forest. Hey, 262, thank you very much for the subscribe. Really appreciate that. These underwater sections, because none of the enemies can swim, they're just peaceful. Little peaceful moments where you can just look at bodies who... You really don't know how these bodies ended up down here, you know? It's like, who took the time to, like, tie them to this cave and then flood the cave, you know? Or, well, I guess... They wouldn't flood the cave. Nature would flood the cave, right? At least you would think that. All right, let's keep moving on. I'm the same way in a few games, too. Like, there's a few games out there that, like, I have very specific paths that I follow and just all this other stuff. Fallout is one of those games where, like, oh, you need to know where one of the bobbleheads is? I got you. You know, that type of thing. I probably shouldn't say that because I think there's only like 3 or 4 bobbleheads that I know. But there's a handful of like items in that game, Fallout 4, that I could tell you where to find. And games are like that, when you find some like favorite things, you stick with it. Like, I mean, how many of you start a new playthrough of Fallout New Vegas and the first thing you do is you go to Chance's grave and get that melee weapon, Chance's knife? Like, I know you. Oh, schizophrenia update. That'd be awesome. Hang on, let me get some more ammo here. So we were talking about it last night. I don't remember who said it, but adding in some of the hallucination elements of like green hell, there's definitely some cool merit to adding that in to Sons of the Forest, to where like if you eat the human flesh in this game, you will start hallucinating. Like, I think that would be a kind of cool sub feature. Little finger dude. It is. This is definitely the rifle cave. No, I wasn't denying that this was the rifle cave. I just don't think that the armor's in the rifle cave. I think that those two are separate. I may be wrong about that, though. And so I'm not trying to be too cocky or confident saying, like, oh, no, that's not this one. I'm honestly, I'm not 100% sure. Hang on. Just going to swing by this little side area real fast. Wait. Did I already go this way? Yeah, I've already been this way. Duh. Yeah, there's the body. We're going to find out, we'll find out. I'll get to the end of this cave and we'll see who's right. I'm 99% sure that this is the rifle cave. I'm not 100% sure on the armor, but I'm trusting you. I definitely am trusting you that this is the rifle cave. All right, just some body parts here. I don't think I've ever wasted shotgun shells on babies before. The joys of playing through this game with console commands, right? You just don't care about half of the stuff. Rifle ammo. This is where the rifle is, just so you guys know. I already have it in my inventory, so it's not going to appear right here. But this is the guard that holds it. So yeah, this is definitely the rifle cave. We have confirmation on the rifle. Come up here, see if there's anything. Drink one of these sodas. Oh, that's Sloppy Joe. Drink this soda then. Might as well, right? All right, so now we got to see if, in addition to it being the rifle cave, it is also the armor cave. I do know that this is there's an artifact in this one, so we do have to find where the artifact is before we leave, or at least I'm pretty confident that there's an artifact in this one. We'll start looking for it shortly. That would be kind of cool. Like, I don't know if it's... I really want to get a copy and start playing some Project Zomboid. But I would love to see those types of things in more survival games. Like, something that nobody really thinks about. Like, I wear glasses and contacts and stuff like that, and so I got my contacts in right now. But, like, I like to pretend and think that I would do incredibly well in, like, a zombie apocalypse type situation. But truthfully, like, if my eyes get dried out or if I don't have my glasses, I can't see anything. And so I would not be faring well in that type of thing. Is this the cave where you also get... Oh, yeah, with the whole spaceship thing and stuff like that. Man, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to deny it until we get to the end. And we're getting close. This is an artifact chamber, obviously. And so with how big it is, it could be the spaceship. Oh, yeah, there's a Legsy. What's up, you little clapper? How do we want to kill Legsy? Just with a shotty? Good look, though. Let's reload real fast. You're going to run at me. Haha. That's why I love the shotgun. You can pretty much keep them at bay for these bigger enemies, and the spread's not so bad to where they're too brutal on you. Anyway, good luck on that. Good luck on that Legsy coming up. I'm starting to believe that I'm gonna be wrong up ahead, because if you're able to just spot out a Legsy like that, you may be right about this armor being up ahead here. We'll see. How does legs become mutated? So the theory is it's a mass grave situation. There's a couple of locations in this game, in the original forest, etc., that are mass graves. And so when you stumble onto a mass grave, like, how does the artifact fuse and wake the dead and that type of thing? And so that's kind of what you more or less are saying. Are these demons? Are these demons? Hang on. Let me see if I get... With how he was running, that makes me think that that was a demon. Not a demon. Okay. Not a demon. Sad face. Let's have to kill him the old-fashioned way. What do you think that's going to accomplish? Gotta love just kind of running and gunning through Sons of the Forest. See, I thought... You know what? I'm going to probably stop thinking about what I thought. Because if I remember that cave, I might be thinking of just something completely different. But we'll see. We're pretty much right at the end of this one. Stay low here. See if there's any enemies. Alright, there's a little chopped down section. Usually a good indication that we're getting close to the artifact. Nope, shotgun. Alright, that's a slide point. So do we want to do anything else before? I just want to make sure that I'm not like walking by a little side room. You know what? You bring up a really good point. I've never thought about it like that. But why are some aspects of the mutant still discernible, whereas other aspects of them are just clearly not? That's a really good question. I have never considered that before. All right, well, let's slide on down this thing. I always thought it would be fun if you could actually control this little mini cutscene. Little scripted event. Alright, there should be a rope for me to grab. Let's see here. Alright, breakdance and change. It's possible. There's a little exit. Okay, so this is a big chambered room. Go ahead and just start killing some of these enemies while I can. Oh, I hear another one. There's a Legsy. What are you guys gonna do? So if you keep the Legsy relatively close to you, you don't have to worry about it really jumping at you too much. And if it does jump at you, you can kind of just swing off to the side and it won't really affect you too much. Alright, let's just run towards this torch while we reload. Come back here. What are you gonna do? Alright, Legsy down. Don't know the official name for this guy. Gonna call it Finger Dude. Oh, missed him. Luckily, he missed me. And there we go. Alright, I think that's all of them. Just stand here in the middle of this and reload. Hey, there's a fun guy. Let's go ahead and do this the easy way, shall we? Just throw a bomb at him. Really? Hopefully they got him. Not fully. Alright, I got it that time. Definitely on his face. I feel like they should have put like one RPG type weapon in this. This is also kind of like an optional boss, if I remember correctly. Like, you don't need to kill this guy. Alright, I don't feel like switching to... He's like stuck back there. Are you dead? You dead? You dead? I'm guessing it's dead. Okay. Always fun when you get... Yeah, I don't even know what I was going to say there. Alright, so let's run over to this bright little light here. It's been shining. Alright, so we got a cultist. That's nifty. So that tells me that we are getting really close to an artifact. And here we go over here. This isn't where we dropped in, is it? No. No, definitely not. Definitely not where we dropped in. That's one thing about the Sons of the Forest Caves versus the Forest Caves. I feel like in Sons of the Forest, the caves are more linear, whereas it's easier to get lost in the Forest Caves. Like, I don't know if anybody else does this when they play the Forest, but I have never once actually used the caves to get to the bottom of the sinkhole. There is a way to get to the sinkhole from the top, just from like kind of dropping and parkouring down the side. And so that is my method of choice. Babies and finger dudes. That's a weird thing to say in the same sentence. There's 2 artifact pieces in this cave. That's good to know. If that's the case, then I might beat the game. I mean, because I'm mostly focused on base building in this stream, but with some of what I'm doing, I want the artifact, so that way I can get some of the more important like notes and traps and things like that. And so that's where my head's at. That would be about as realistic as it comes. I don't know. I saw a video the other day, and somebody was saying that the premise of Sons of the Forest versus the premise of the Forest, like, it makes so much more sense. Like, the original game makes so much more sense. You're a father, plane crash, you're looking for your son, crazy stuff is happening. I am in the armor cave, aren't I? Seeing that alien or that dude in the spacesuit really makes me think that I am, which is a shame because I've already been in this one, I think. At least I'm pretty sure I've already been in this one. Oh well. But yeah, and then anyway, in Sons of the Forest, you're a reporter. Like my guy here, Jack Holt, I'm a reporter. and like I'm an investigative journalist, and that's my whole like MO is I'm here because I'm friends with Edward Puffton, and Edward Puffton says if I ever go missing, get this journalist and have this journalist come find me. You know, like don't send the National Guard or anything, send a journalist. And so a lot of the premise of the second one versus the first one, night and day different. Not bad, like at all, but just completely night and day different. Okay, let's go this way. Like, I mean, obviously they wanted to make Sons of the Forest more action-oriented, which I get, I respect. It's more fitting to be that kind of a game, you know? But it's also one of those things where it could have been more. All right, so I hear it now. Yeah, I am in the spaceship cave. That's weird. I didn't realize that I was in the spaceship cave. So anyway, major spaceship and endgame spoilers if you haven't seen this. You're right. I should have trusted you. So you go in with a group of mercenaries, but you yourself, you are an investigative journalist. Give me 2 seconds to get out of this. I just want to make sure that there's nothing here. Yeah, see, I've already gotten the artifact, and I've already taken care of this. But yeah, you were totally spot on. I didn't realize this was that cave. I could have sworn that, Either way, as I said, not my first time being wrong on a live stream, and definitely not my second. Or definitely not going to be the last. Let me get out of this cave, and then I'll kind of show off who Jack Holt is real quick before calling it. Oh, man. All right, there's the rope. Man, that was a little unfortunate. I was really hoping that there was going to be more to it than that. And I'm surprised that I've actually been in that one before. That's definitely one of the ones that we've done on another stream, but it is what it is. So I can't complain about that, right? Just means that we got to do more caves on the next stream. There's a blueprint down there? Oh, well, I fell off the rope anyway. So, surprised I didn't die. Might as well go back down there. I've been in this cave before, and so there's a chance that I have already gotten that blueprint. Not sure what that blueprint is. That would be an interesting one. Like, that's kind of what I was talking about with Project Zomboid. Like, it's more based on, like, can you survive given the situation, as opposed to can you just survive. And so, like, the scenarios that you can create in Project Zomboid, that really intrigued me. Never played that game. Definitely want to. You think it's up? So, wait, hang on. You think it's all the way up at the top here? You go venture up that way. Wait for you to respond. Because I'm pretty sure I've gotten everything in this cave. That's why the rifle's gone. That's why the armor's gone. That's why the artifact's gone. But either way, can't complain. Gotta love going through these caves. Might be the element trap. Okay. It's all good. It's all good. If I miss it, I'll come back for it. There's only, because, again, I'm focused more on the base building on this stream. I'm trying to get the Solifite generator, the teleporter, and, like, a couple others. But I'm not too concerned about getting some of the more just miscellaneous ones. I also want the spotlight, too, because the spotlights are pretty nifty. So let's go ahead and get out of this cave real quick. Try not to fall off of it again. And there we go. Oh, did I go the wrong way? Get myself lost. Yeah, I did. Went the wrong way. Oh, well. You can try to blend in. That would be kind of fun. I've thought, like, you got some interesting ideas there, Lumi. Like, there's some interesting premises for survival games that, like, I want to see different versions of that formula. Like, you can't just rinse and repeat the same thing over and over and over again and expect people to stay hooked on it. Like, that's why some games like Sons of the Forest and Green Hell, they do so well compared to a lot of the other survival games that are kind of out there in the space. Is like, I was playing Project Castaway the other day as part of the Next Fest. Gorgeous looking game. Like, it's the same kind of premise as The Forest, as Stranded Deep. You know, like, you're in a plane and then your plane goes down and then you have to swim to the shore and then you start with nothing. And that formula, it's so tried and true. Like, there's so many people who use it in survival games, and you don't blame them because it's a good formula. But you got to do something different. Like, Green Hell worked so well because of the massive layers to their healing mechanics and their food and water mechanics and stuff like that. Sons of the Forest works so well as a survival game because of the horror elements, because of the mutations, because of all these various elements. That's a demon. Hang on one sec. That's definitely a demon. Let's get our cross. Burn! This is what I don't understand, is we just encountered an alien civilization, right? Like, that's the whole, like, alien spaceship that we just encountered. So why am I burning demons with a cross too? This game, they tried to add, like, so many elements of, like, sci-fi and horror and all this other stuff. I already got the gold armor. I'm just not bothering wearing the gold armor because it's not that great. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm fighting demons, and apparently it's got great damage resistance against the demons. But it's, I don't know. Rocking the Soul of Fight pieced armor is just, it's always been better, in my opinion. But either way, we're almost out of this cave. It's a long one. I think there's like another room here with more demons that I got to get through. Let's just sprint through it. Let's not waste our time. Just rush through this cave. Whoo, there we go. I always forget about those little mini cutscenes to get you out of some of these caves. But it's a cool way to do it, as opposed to, like, having to backtrack through caves and stuff like that. But, oh, there's more demons up here. Gotta love the demons. I told you, I'm just going to sprint through. Just going to sprint through and get out of this cave. What? You should have lit on fire after that. I wonder if those crosses affect those demons at all. Like, I don't know why they would or anything like that. So there's an artifact up here, if I'm not mistaken. But I've already gotten this one. So at least there would be an artifact right there, but I've already gotten this one. So we're cleared out on those two. Demons are free armor. That makes sense. Burn. I also feel like that's not fair that he's in water right now. Whatever. Onward. just makes no sense to me. It's like, why are there demons and aliens and like all these other different types of lores and things like that? Yes and no. Yes and no. You can't look at every single upside down cross and say, oh, it's satanic, because that's not actually true. In certain religions, yes, there's occult worship, there's demon worship, there's devil worship, etc. In the Christian faith, an upside down cross is the martyr's cross. If I remember, it was like what Peter was crucified upside down on a cross as opposed to the right side up because he was a martyr. And so you can't look at a symbol, any symbol, and I mean any symbol. You can't look at any symbol and immediately say, oh, this symbol immediately means this very specific thing. Like, I mean, I probably shouldn't say the actual word, but there's a very noticeable symbol of hate that was used by a group in the 1940s. And that symbol of hate derived from a Buddhist symbol. And it was flipped diagonally and reversed and stuff like that. There's symbols of like the pentagram, or the pentacle, rather, the 5-sided star. That's not always satanic or anything like that. A lot of times when people see those stars, it just kind of denotes an alignment with nature and things like that. But there's this association with the pentagram as being demonic too, when it's not. And so a lot of those symbols, it's the same way. You see upside down crosses, it's not always satanic. Exactly. And I think that's what I think that's why I got a little confused when we first got in here, is because this does spit you out on the other side of the mountain. Like, this is a massive cave. Oh, did I fall in a little crevice here? There's the hole that I'm looking for. This is a massive, massive cave. And this cave especially, is this the right way? Another underwater section, and then you swim out of this cave, right? It's like the second largest cave in this game, and it spits you out in the middle of nowhere. And so when you're trying to get further in this game, if I remember correctly, this is the cave that like really confuses you. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I'm not going to deny anything that you were taught or anything like that, but symbolism is symbolism. You know, a symbol isn't in and of itself inherently bad. It's the people who make symbols bad and things like that. And so again, you can't really look at an upside down cross necessarily and say that it's a bad symbol. You can't look at a circled star either and say that it's a symbol of a specific negative religion. I don't know, with my experience, there's so many symbols that kind of just go back and forth and all over the place. All right, finally out of the cave here. That would be kind of interesting. Yeah, see, and I spit out on kind of where my house is. Yeah, and so we were all the way over there, and we come out over here. But anyway, so I'm going to wrap this stream in just a couple minutes, but somebody was asking, are we like a special forces person, or are we more civilian than that? So this is, let's go ahead and keep flipping through. Just got to find something real quick. Nope. Nope. That's golf balls. Nope. More golf balls. We'll find it. It's pretty early on that you find this note. But it's basically Edward Puffton talking about your character, Jack Holt. Nope. Not quite. We're almost there. We'll at least find it in just a second here. Let's see here. Last Will and Testament. So that's, just in case you were wondering, Virginia is worth, what's that, 794 Is that billion? That's 100,000. It's million. Yeah, it's $794 billion. That's how much Virginia Puffton is worth, since her parents are dead, and that's the last will and testament. Nope. That's more emails from Gianu. Nope. This is the note from the cultists about blowing up the final cave. Entrance to the Puffton home. Which one's this? That's that. Wait, which part are you saying what about? Which note? Oh, the cultists? Yeah, blowing up the final spot. There's a video for that somewhere. And it shows the cultists like breaking into the VIP bunker and blowing the hole in the wall that you find. Hang on, what's this one? Okay, so this is talking about Gianu journeying something else. There's Timmy LeBlanc. How much $1 million is one Google? That's a good question. I don't know, actually. There it is. Okay. Who is Jack Holt? What is he doing here? Puffton didn't have any friends. And so I know that note seems really, really, really small, but that was exactly what we were looking for. Is basically Gianu asking who Jack Holt is, because it's not really explained. And then after that note, I think it's a book. Hang on. Blah, blah, blah. Corporate line. Puffton on creating an empire. Rescued. Parallel universes. The Realm Beyond. Is this? No. All right, I can't find it, but there's another note in here, or another book or something that explains that Jack Holt is an investigative journalist, and you are Jack Holt. Like, so that's kind of how it all plays out like that. I'd believe, I got this vibe that Sons of the Forest 3 is going to be called Daughter of the Forest. I get that vibe. I don't know why. Blah, 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 blah. Personal collection. All right, whatever. You know what? It doesn't matter. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get back to our home. Hang on, let me just set the time of day real quick. Set time of day, 7 a.m. Nice. See that dude walking around over there? So we're going to head back home. We're going to call it on this stream, and when we next pick up, going to keep getting some more blueprints, keep working on our base, and I'll probably end up beating this thing just so we can get the final piece of the artifact. Have some fun with the artifact ones. Sucks to be you. All right, let's go ahead and head back over to where the base is. Back this way. Any good cliffs to jump off of? That ain't gonna work. It would be really cool if you yourself could get a mutation, and then you could like control the different elements of the mutation. I don't know if you guys have ever played the it's not that old of a game, but the first-person shooter, The Darkness. That is a fun game. The Darkness and The Darkness 2. If personally, I'm a bigger fan of the second one, because like the first one is a blast, but the second one you feel unstoppable once you have all your powers. Like use it as like a shield. Exactly. Like that would be so awesome to be able to just kind of, I don't know. It's always fun when you can have those like godlike abilities in a game like this, where you probably shouldn't have that level of an ability. You know what I mean? But either way. All right, let's go ahead and get back to the base here. Just got a little bit of flying to do. I'm flying pretty low right now too. Try to get to a little landing space. All right, this is enough for me to get a little higher. Get just a little altitude. Just a little altitude. enough to at least get up here, right? Tight. Oh, there goes that hang glider. There we go. Let's go ahead and just add that back in. I think it would be so much fun to harass the cannibals like that. Man, you guys really just... They ditched my foldable glider. They were just like, no, you don't get that glider anymore. Spawn item hang glider. Is that what they call it? Nope, they don't call it a hang glider. Spawn item glider. There it is. Gotta just take a glider. Alright, so I know we kind of just crashed and we're heading back the other way, but I want to get some speed and some altitude and just fly back. Just make this easier on myself. Do love how you can use a hang glider one-handed in this game. Like, your strength and abilities in this game, unmatched, you know, to be able to just use a hang glider anytime, to just one-arm it the whole way. I think that's pretty awesome. All right, y'all. Well, this is where I am going to be calling this stream for today. So thank you guys very much for sticking by or stopping by and checking this one out with me. When we get back, whoops. When we get back, we'll go ahead and work on the base a little bit more. And then probably also work on getting some more of those blueprints too. Yes, the golf carts are pretty much indestructible. And so you can do whatever you want with the golf cart, and it's just going to be endless. Oh, that's not nice. That skunk's dead. I'm going to get you. Yeah. Yeah. You deserve that. You deserve that. I know that was unnecessary to put 3 shells into a skunk, but I got sprayed and I didn't like that. Exactly. You're an investigative journalist who's got like superhero strength. That's kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to say goodbye here. Thank you guys very much for checking out the stream, as always. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will be on as soon as I can. I got a busy life, but I try to stream as much as possible. Again, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We are trying to get our sub count as high as possible, as soon as possible, because we have some stuff that we want to get to with memberships. But either way, let's see what's going on here. You guys are not cool. Harassing Kelvin like that. How dare you? How dare you? Let's just get rid of this watch party so we can go to sleep. Like bringing a knife to a gunfight, right? All right, Kelvin. Well, I guess you gotta fix some stuff then, right? Yeah? All right. You go fix that stuff. I'm gonna go to bed now. I know it's weird to be going to bed in like the middle of the day. What? What? How? Getting in my house like that? Being all weird? Just one more time. And there we go. Actually got to sleep. Do you... I had Kelvin with a spear inside of his body. All right, either way, I am going to call it here, guys. You guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you again soon.